Okay, so I'm going to do a war recap on our previous war. So, we did lose, but I'm doing this to see how skilled that our top 4 opponents were. So, their top few attackers did really well in this past war and 3-starred a lot of us. So, one good thing that he did is he used his Queen Walk to kill the Clan Castle. Here he attempts to do a polar walk, but ends up that the healers target the queen. Here he makes sure the funnel's really good before he gets the Valkyries in there, so that he knows that they will go into his center. And here he makes sure he uses his spell at a great time where there's a lot of defenses going on the Valkyries. So he uses his wizards to clean up top. And where the Valkyries are still alive right here because he used his heal spells and raid spells well on them. And as you can see, his queen is still at full health, still has a heal spell left. His king is being healed right now. So, this is nowhere near a close call. You can tell it's going to be a 3-star right off the bat. So there he uses his last heal spell, even though it's not really needed. And there we go. 3 stars. Now I'll show their top 3 attacks for their clan, because their top 3 were probably their best. Now this attack is not a Queen Walk Valkyrie, it's a Queen Walk Go-Va-Ho. One thing that I would note is that the wizards and gets where they can't hit the Valkyrie because it's running fast enough. So that's one mistake that he made. He made sure he broke him with the wall breakers. And this raid is very heavy when it comes to the kill squad. He made sure he got to a core of the base, which I actually think is good, because it made it so that his Hog Riders were basically not even being fired upon, because everybody was in the center like that golem, being hit by a bunch of defenses. So he waits till his king goes about into the center, and then he sends in his hogs to make sure everything is being targeted by the defenses, and he places a really good heal spell there to save all of his hogs, and he places an even better heal spell here, predicting where the hogs will go, so that they all get healed up when they're at lowish health. And as you can see, he's practically lost no hogs here. So his queen hasn't even used his ability. His golem is still full-sized. And he even has a wizard up here. So this is another attack that is not even much of a close call. We'll just speed through this cleanup right here. And then the final attack that our opponents did, that I'm going to show you, was similar to the first. It was a Queen Walk Valkyrie raid. Again, he's using his queen to lure out and kill the clan castle along with that Hog Rider. And that's good because you don't want the Valkyries taking more fire than they have to. And right there, he gets really close to his queen dying. So that was honestly a mistake by him. He should have dropped a rage spell on them. And that was kind of luck that his queen was able to do that. There he drops a rage. I would have done it earlier, but that's because I'm inexperienced. So right here, he's making sure he establishes the funnel with the golem and wizards, because you don't want the Valkyries going around the edge. If the Valkyries go around the edge, it's not going to be a 3-star. So as you can see, they all just go straight in. And this guy's using a lot more rage spells than heal spells, which is actually not bad because it makes it so that they can destroy defenses a lot faster and they can be destroyed by defenses, which is the bad thing about heal spells, because with heal spells, they're still going slow through it. So once the heal spell expires, they're still being fired upon. But the rage spells, it makes it they can just plain destroy the defenses before they get killed. So there's pros and cons to each, and I'd say they're both good in different scenarios. But I think I like rage spells and haven't really used them enough on my recent Valkyrie raids. I should probably do that. And as you can see, this is probably the most overkill raid we had. Look, a bunch of Valkyries, probably at least 12. About 4 wizards, a Golemite, his king, and, his king is at almost full health. And though I didn't check the time, there's probably plenty of time to spare, because Valkyries are pretty fast raids. So that was about it for our opponent's raids.